Good morning. Welcome to 365 Days of Richer Living, daily morning reading, meditation, and prayer time. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. Today is November 12th. I recognize my identity with Spirit. And our reference quote this morning comes from Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And our reading begins. My knowledge that the great I Am is ever available gives me an increasing capacity to draw upon it and to become inwardly aware of the presence of Spirit. Through the quiet contemplation of the omni-action of Spirit, I learn to look quietly and calmly upon every false condition, seeing through it to the other side of the invisible reality, which molds conditions and recreates all of my affairs after a more nearly divine pattern. With a penetrating spiritual vision, I dissipate any objection, remove all obstacles, dissolve all wrong conditions. Standing still, I watch the sure salvation of the law. Today, I see peace instead of confusion. I entertain faith instead of doubt. I feel the impact of an all-enveloping presence. I know that there is a power for good operating in human affairs. I now claim health instead of sickness, wealth instead of poverty, happiness instead of misery, in such degree as I gain mastery over the sense of negation, whether it be pain or poverty. I am proving the law of good. Every thought of fear or limitation is removed from my consciousness. I know that my word transmutes every energy into constructive action, producing health, harmony, happiness, and success. I know there is something at the center of my being which is absolutely certain of itself. It has complete assurance, and it gives me complete assurance that all is well. I maintain my position as a divine being here and now. So let's take that into our time of meditation and contemplation. And so with this breath, I move my attention deeper into that higher place of awareness within me. Deeper into that place where I truly do recognize my identity with Spirit. Deeper into that center of my being. That is the I am, expressing as me, individualized as me. And in this moment, I'm recognizing that this same essence, the same consciousness as the substance of all creation, consciousness as the activity of all creation, self-knowingness, the self-recognition, consciousness recognizing consciousness. I am intentional in my use of language in this moment. Consciousness referring to the thing itself. Awareness referring to my recognition of it. And in this moment, I recognize that my awareness of consciousness as the identity, as my spiritual identity, removes even the idea of my. It removes the barrier of separation. As I recognize consciousness, the ground of all being, the source, the substance, the activity, the physical expression of all creation, is that one thing that can never be divided. That one thing that expresses in multiplicity without ever separating from itself. That changeless substance that expresses in multiplicity, expanding its experience of itself. Through empowering its creation to choose. By creating out of itself, it establishes each point of creation, each point of form as a point of divine expression, empowered by birth with the creative process at its level of expression. And so as I recognize my spiritual identity, as I recognize the I am expressing in the form of this body I know as Rafe, I recognize that I am creation in form, I am creation in action. That my thoughts are the infinite's thoughts, the infinite's thoughts are my thoughts. There is no separation. There is only individualized identity, only individualized expression that expands the infinite. So I allow my thoughts in my human awareness to align with the I am. I allow the natural flow of expression to be my expression. I allow anything unlike perfect alignment with the truth of being to simply fall away. I release it now. I claim and affirm clarity. Clarity in thought, clarity in mind, clarity in spirit, clarity in knowing, clarity in not knowing, clarity in my relationship with every other expression of the infinite, clarity and embrace of my role as divinity in human form, fully embodying and embracing the both and. Nothing to transcend, nothing to avoid, nothing to escape, and everything to embrace, to embody, to be, to express the fullness, the depth and breadth of the idea of the infinite that I am. The desire in the heart of the I am to be individualized as me. To fully embrace and embody and express that beyond the arbitrary human standards of what that should look like. I allow myself to know, to claim, to own. This is who I came here to be. This is the individualized, divine, one-of-a-kind, never again to be repeated idea in the mind of God that looks like me, that talks like me, that thinks like me, that learns like me, that expresses like me, that loves like me, that humans like me. And even as I embrace and embody all that is individualized as me, I embrace and I embody all that is individualized as a you. Knowing that each is a whole, perfect and complete divine idea in the mind of God. And even as I say the words mind and God, I am aware that each is so much bigger than my human brain, my human understanding. So I allow myself to know spiritually, to know beyond the barriers of language, beyond the limitations of human understanding, to know again at a level that needs no words, the truth of being. And that all present in this earth journey are the I am expressing. To see and address behavior in this human realm, to navigate this human experience through the perfect intelligence and wisdom of the I am, while recognizing that no point of divinity is limited by the human experience, but rather the human experience can express the totality of divinity. And so I see that and I remember that. I allow that to be the evidence of things not seen. Faith in the substance, knowing that all creation is one substance. I allow myself to feel knowing that as I feel at this human level, I heal. I allow myself to remember there is no separation. That ultimately in this journey of self-recognition, there is no their pain and my pain. There is no your pain and my pain. There is simply the pain of separation from the nature of our being. And there are a world of atrocities that show up simply because any one expression acts out of alignment with the truth of being, empowers the lie of separation. So I own. I allow myself to feel the pain of all activity of separation, so that this one individualized portal of expression does all that can be done to heal that divide, to bridge that divide, to be a presence of love, to see love in the storm of hate, to be calm in the chaos, to be still and know that I am God without a shred of arrogance that sees a God over, that lives into a God as. And I am grateful. I am grateful that the word spoken is the word fulfilled. That there is no waiting period. That there is no need for pain to prove truth. So I claim it now. I wrap all of creation in the love of itself. And I let go. I let go of any idea of restriction. I let go of any idea of separation. I let go over and over again. I let go of the camps of us and them. I let go. Knowing that the word spoken is the word fulfilled, and that the only thing that slows it down are the barriers that I create against the thing itself that speaks itself into form. And so I let go. I invite myself to know and then to be that which I am. I allow all points of expression to know and to be the I am that they came to be. And so I hold fast the truth that all know the truth of their being, and that each becomes actively, palpably aware of the I am, of the power within. I let go. And I receive what is. I be what is. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amin. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.